Hi, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, speaking to you from Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, also known as Mock Chunk, Pennsylvania. Mock Chunk? How come it's called Mock Chunk? Well, actually, how come it's called Jim Thorpe would be the question. Because Jim Thorpe, who was a famous sports hero of the first part of the 20th century, never actually lived here. He did go to an Indian school nearby, and when he died, the town said gave a place for him to be buried here in the town, and in exchange, they named the town after him. And also, they thought they could do better than calling it Mock Chunk because the town was on the way down, and with a name like a big hero, it was like being on a Wheaties box. So it's a charming little town. What Mock Chunk actually means is Bear Mountain in the tongue of Lenape Indians, who is something else I hadn't known before, that there was in the early part of the 17th century when the white settlers came. The Lenape Indians were one of the first of the Indian tribes to actually resist having their lands taken away. So there's a lot of history to this area. One of the things is that I really enjoy about taking trips, and Dr. Maxine and I haven't had a chance to take a trip for quite a while. This is kind of a special weekend because she's got a birthday coming up. So we thought we'd slip away nearby a few days. But ordinarily we may have gone on a few trips by now, and we have not because of the coronavirus and all that sort of a thing. But an hour and a half drive away, this is a wonderful little place to be. I recommend it. It's nice that we can enjoy adventures. You know, I heard once that life is either a daring adventure or it's nothing. And I noticed too that a lot of people get to the age where they're about 25 and die, but they're not buried for another 60, 70 years later because they just forget about living. You get caught up so much in the routine of day by day life, of getting up, doing your routine, going to work, coming home, dealing with the kids, dealing with the family, watching the TV, and going to bed and doing it all over again. Where's the adventure? Well, one of the places where you can find adventure is in sharpening up your mind. What books have you read lately? And what type of books have you had read lately? Don't tell me you've been too busy going out, because you know that none of us have been going out very much. So you've had plenty of time to catch up on a book. You may say, well, I've been waiting for it to come out on video. Well, there's been a lot of movies out on video too. But I would suggest you might consider some spiritual books. By spiritual books, I'm talking about books that might help you develop a closer conscious contact with a power, with spirit of your understanding, and work on that. Really work on that. Because the greatest adventure you could ever know is the adventure that you find in becoming closer to that Christ within you, to that Atman within you, that Buddha within you, that spirit of God that it resides within you. Yes, we say some daring stuff. We say that God is all there is, that all is in God and God is all there is. That means that right where you are, the center of God is, and you individualize God. Wow! That doesn't mean you're all of God, but all of you is God. This can be a daring adventure, getting closer with that realization, that feeling. Because here's the deal. If you get closer with that, and so that it really resonates with you and it becomes so much a part of your daily life that you don't have to purposely go back to think about it. It's with you all the time. Can you imagine how you would be going through your day? Fearlessly. Fearlessly. Would you worry about appointments? Would you worry about who you're going to see? Would you worry about money? None of that. Would you worry about health? None of that. Because if you're being the truth of yourself and you're allowing that being to come forth, you're allowing perfection to come forth by means of you. Now that's a daring adventure. Well, that's all for me today. Tomorrow you get an opportunity to hear Dr. Maxine share. And then on Friday, I get to share on her birthday. So I'm looking forward to that. And you feel free to send her birthday greetings. She loves them. And also go to our CSL website, cslphilly.org, and check out what's going on. We've got classes. I've got a wonderful Science of Mind book class on Saturday mornings. You're free to come, free to go, whatever you want. And trust me, the class will be going on for quite a while. So I would suggest you hop on board so you don't miss too much. And there's some other classes that are coming up that Dr. Maxine's teaching. And you need to check this stuff out. You need to be part of the adventure in living. Taking classes besides reading books is a way to be a part of this adventure in living, you know. So, join us again. Know you're loved. And that life is a daring adventure if you let it. So let it.